Hey student, watch this video and learn 7 expressions about decision that native speakers use in English all the time. Coming up. Hey friends, Teacher Prix here to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. First of all, thank you so much for watching, for participating in this live lesson. Tell me here in the chat where you are from. If it's your first time here, I would love to know. But if you're watching the replay, my friend, well, thank you so much for watching the replay. Let me know in the comments where you are from, if you enjoyed the lesson. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because from Monday to Friday, I have many interesting lessons to help you become a better and more confident English speaker. So yes, and if you are already subscribed, my friend, you know what to do. Smash that like button and participate here in the chat telling me where you're from. If it's your first time watching this lesson, I love when you guys participate. So today we've got a lot of good stuff to do, okay? So we have people from Brazil, we have people from Italy. I want to know, where are you from? Now, my friends, today I have a lot of stuff to share with you, so we cannot waste time here. We are going to talk about decision and how we should talk about it, some important expressions that native speakers use in conversations. And as I was preparing this lesson, I came across many movies, TV shows, interviews where the expressions I'm going to show you were being used. Okay, so very important stuff. So why learn these expressions? Why learn these expressions about decision? Teacher, I don't need this, Yes, you need that. If you want to become a fluent English speaker, if you want to speak in conversations in the real world, with the real people, you will always need to make decisions. Whether it's about something simple, what you're going to eat, or what happened at work, or about a project, or about the places you want to go, the things you want to visit, the restaurants you want to go. You're always making a decision. So we are constantly deciding things about our lives, important decisions, neutral decisions, but we are always making decisions. Tell me here in the comments, are you good at making decisions or are you bad at making decisions? Is it difficult or easy for you? Let me know. I'm going to post here a question in the chat. Is it easy or difficult for you to make decisions? It's difficult for me to type. And why am I making this lesson today, Because yesterday I had my first conversation class with some of my baby sardines. Some babies participated and it was awesome. Many baby sardines participated in the conversation class, and the conversation class was about decision. So I asked them some difficult questions and we interacted, we talked. It was really fun. Okay, so the baby sardines who participated, awesome job. And during our call last night, I told them about some important decision expressions. I gave, I think, like 2 or 3. So today I decided to make this lesson for you guys, and show you a little bit more about expressions connected with decision, because that's how I like to teach my babies, We have a subject, that's decision, and then we move on and we study expressions that will help us communicate more easily, more efficiently in the real world, okay? So I see some people saying, well, Victor says sometimes it is difficult to make decisions. Okay, Simone is saying that it's difficult to make decisions. Oh my God. Elisabetta is saying that not easy, so it's difficult for her as well to make decisions. So it's difficult for some people, For me, it depends on the situation. In some situations it's easy, some situations it's more difficult. So I am in between the two, okay? Now, that being said, the first expression of the night, to change one's mind. And when I say one's, here you will probably need to change to a pronoun. My mind, your mind, his mind, her mind, our mind, the student's mind. So you usually change here to a possessive adjective, okay? My, your, his, her. It depends on the conversation. In many cases, I'm talking about myself. You know, I changed my mind. And I'm going to show you a short video in a movie where the actress uses this expression. So basically, to change your mind means you decided something, you know, I'm going to buy a blue car. And then the next day you are talking to a friend and your friend asks, hey, did you buy the blue car? And then you can tell them, no, I changed my mind. I don't want the blue car. I want a pink car to match my nails. So I changed my mind. I made another decision, a new decision, okay? So tell me here in the chat, do you change your mind a lot? That's a very important question. Do you change your mind a lot? Meaning, do you decide something and maybe after 1 hour or maybe after 1 day, you bang, decide something new again. So that's the idea of this expression. And here I'm going to show you a short scene of a movie where the actress talks about that. So I'm going to play it right now. I'm going to mute my microphone, okay? Let's go.
No.
Yes, you did. You promised and you swore it.
Well, I guess I changed my mind.
I'm going to show it again. One more time.
No.
Yes, you did. You promised and you swore it.
Well, I guess I changed my mind.
Oops, now I am back. So here, what is she saying? I'm gonna paste the conversation in the chat, okay? Very short, because the goal here is not to has an entire movie, because I can't do that. So here she says, the guy is saying, no, yes, you did. You promised. So probably the girl made a promise to the guy, okay? So she made him a promise. And you swore, I swear, you promised, you swore. And then the girl looks at him and says, well, I know I made a promise, but I changed my mind. So she says, well, I think, I guess. Guess in this case is a synonym of think. I think I changed my mind. Just like that. So here you don't need to know what she changed her mind about. But the guy was a little upset because the girl promised something to him. She made a promise to him and she said, well, I guess I changed my mind. Okay? So that's important. Tosia Tunia says, I sometimes change my mind, but not very often. That's good. So write an example here with change my mind. That is important. That's why we're having this lesson today. Okay? Moving on. And if you enjoyed this first part, well, just give me a like, you know, brother, sister. Moving on. To have second thoughts, okay? To have second thoughts is when you made a decision about something, you know, you decided. But after some time, you start to think about it. You start to think about it again because you are not sure, okay? You were not sure if you made the right decision or not, okay? So all of these expressions are similar, but they are very commonly used, okay? You can use them in many situations regarding decisions. Something you decided, now you don't know, okay? So here I posted an example. I know, I told you I didn't mind going alone. Going to the party alone, that's actually incorrect. I know I told you I didn't mind going to the party alone, but I am having second thoughts. Yeah, you know me. I'm thinking about it again, and I would feel better if you came with me. Okay, so maybe I'm talking to my boyfriend, and on Friday I tell him, hey, I can go to the party alone, no problems. You watch TV, watch your favorite game, and I will go to the party alone. No problems. And then on the day of the party, I go to my boyfriend and I say, hello. You know I said that it's okay, I can go alone, but I am having second thoughts. And maybe I would feel better if you came with me, okay? So that is a very common sentence. Now, let me show you another piece of a movie where this is common. Let's go.
Are you having second thoughts?
No, actually, on the contrary. I was just admiring my ring. It was Andrew's grandmother's.
Let me show you one more time, okay?
Are you having second thoughts?
No, actually, on the contrary. I was just admiring my ring. It was Andrew's grandmother's.
Awesome. So here, what are they talking about? The guy approaches her and says, let me paste here in the chat. I'm pasting in the chat on YouTube, okay? Are you having second thoughts? You are not sure? No. And then the girl says, no, actually, it's the opposite. It's the contrary. I was just admire my ring, you know? It was Andrew's, probably her fiance, you know, her boyfriend, soon to be husband. It was Andrew's grandmother's. So this ring in the conversation belonged to her boyfriend's grandmother. So maybe the guy asks her, are you having second thoughts? Maybe because he thinks that she doesn't know if she wants to get married. Maybe it's a mistake to get married. So the guy asks, are you having second thoughts? Because getting married is a big decision, you know, so it's important. All right. People watching from London, that is cool. At first, I wanted to buy a 23 inches TV, but I'm having second thoughts, and now I'm considering a 40. Let me tell you, buy a 50-inch. Much better, much bigger. Excellent example, Alejandro, excellent. All right, so moving on. To take into consideration, I love this. Now, to take into consideration means that you will, maybe there are many situations, of course, but you will analyze, you will analyze what maybe a person said to you, or you will analyze a situation, or you will analyze something before you make a decision. Okay, so maybe here I have an example. Hey, thank you so much for sharing this idea. I will take that idea into consideration. So let's say I am creating a new project, you know, for my channel, you know, a new kind of video, and then my baby sardines give me an idea. I can look at them and say, hey, that's a great idea. I will take this idea into consideration. I will analyze this idea before I make a decision, okay? So I will take this into consideration, all right? That's important. So tell me, do you take your friend's opinion into consideration before making, because I'm typing here, a big decision. It's so difficult to type because my microphone is like the... Anyway, do you take your friend's opinions, I could say in the plural, into consideration before making a big decision? Do you take your family's opinion into consideration? Do you take your friend's opinion into consideration before making a big decision in your life? Let me know in the chat. I'll be reading some comments, okay? All right, so let me show a short scene of a movie. Guys, I could show you many, but I cannot do that here. But it's just to show you that that's what native speakers use. So you want to improve your English? Well, that's what you got to start using too, okay? And I'm giving you situations, clear conversations, so that it can get easier for you to memorize, okay? So let's go. No, this is wrong. This is not the one that I want. Ooh, let's see.
Okay.
No. Where is it? I skipped. Oh, it's number 3.
7.
I was just doing what she asked. You cannot tell Klaus about this. I should take that into consideration.
I'll play it one more time.
7.
I was just doing what she asked. You cannot tell Klaus about this. I shall take that into consideration.
Okay, so here they were the Vampire Diaries, and this was the original show. Okay, very, very good. Now here it says, I was just doing what she asked. The guy on the wall, okay, the guy on the wall. I was just doing what she asked. So the guy was following orders. You cannot tell Klaus about this. Klaus is a bad guy, is a vampire, is a pretty hard, tough guy. So please don't tell Klaus about this. And then the other guy that was like, throws the man away, literally, and says, I shall take it into consideration. I shall take that into consideration. So what is he saying? Well, I will analyze what you're telling me, and I will take that into consideration, okay? I know you're asking me not to tell my brother because they're brothers. I know you're asking me not to tell my brother. I will take that into consideration, okay? All right. Antonio says, no, I usually just take my consideration before making a decision. Awesome. Like, I don't care about you. I don't care about you. I don't care about anybody. I care about myself. I want to do it. I just do it. That is pretty cool, too. There are consequences, though. Moving on. To make a rash decision. This was one expression that I talked to the baby sardines yesterday. I talked about to the baby sardines yesterday, because making a rash decision means you make a quick decision and in a bad one, okay? When you make a rash decision, you don't think too much and it's a bad decision. So when you listen to a native speaker using this and saying they made a rash decision, it is a bad decision, okay? They made a quick and a bad decision, and now they feel bad. They're like, oh my God, I made a rash decision. I can't believe it. Ugh, that sucks, you know? So here, I can tell you, I don't know what I was thinking. I made a rash decision when I gave him the keys to my apartment. Now I don't know what to do. Damn it. So maybe I am in a relationship with my boyfriend and I give the keys to my apartment to my boyfriend. I'm so happy and so in love, and I give the keys to my apartment. The next week, the following week, I'm like, oh my God, I made a rash decision. That was stupid. I gave him the keys. I don't know him very well. We've been together for a month, and he already has the keys to my apartment. What a rash decision. I decided too quickly, and it was a bad decision, okay? So that is a very, very problematic thing, all right? Now, let me show you the right example. Let's take a look at that. I'll play it one more time. Awesome. So here I will paste the line she said in the chat. Here she says, the judge was reasonable. I will just tell her, the judge, the woman, probably a woman, will just tell her that the pressure was too much and I made a rash decision. So maybe she has a problem with the justice, okay? So now she needs to talk to the judge, and she wants to explain to the judge that she was under a lot of pressure, and because of that, she made a rash decision. Okay, so this happens, guys, when you are under a lot of pressure, you can make rash decisions. Has this ever happened to you? Have you ever made a rash decision because you were under pressure? Let me know here in the chat, or let me know in the comments. I'm asking many questions here because I want you guys to participate, okay? So if you are watching the replay, you can tell me in the replay as well. Awesome, very nice. To my babies, the importance of understanding British English, American English, and how some expressions are more popular in English and not so popular in others. So that's important. So she was there because she's a baby sardine. Baby sardines are students from my academy, the Real English Academy. Okay, guys. Now, best part of the lesson, hitting the like button. So smash that button and subscribe. Because YouTube doesn't lie to me, I hope. More than 60% of people who watch my lesson, who like, who share, are not subscribed yet. So I invite you to subscribe, activate the notifications, because from Monday to Friday, I have many lessons for you guys, many ideas to help you become a better and more confident English speaker. Why not, right? Now, expression number 5, to give it a lot of thought, okay? To give something a lot of thought means to think a lot before making a decision, okay? So basically, that's what you do. You have something important to decide. You have something important to think about. So you give that thing, that situation, a lot of thought, okay? So maybe I am very stressed about next weekend. And what am I gonna cook? Because all my family is coming. And then my friend can look at me and say, Priscilla, I know you love your family and they are super important, but I don't know why you are giving this so much thought, or a lot of thought, variations, okay? This is not a life and death situation. So why is it taking you so long to tell us what you want to do? So why is it taking you so long to decide what you're going to cook? Okay? Because why are you giving this a lot of thought? Why are you giving this so much thought? Because it's not a life and death situation. But maybe because I am indecisive, I need to give that situation a lot of thought. I need to think a lot. I need to consider many things. I need to take many things into consideration. So I think too much. Okay, that's the idea. Now I'm going to show you another one, the right one, hopefully.
Okay, I've got 3 of my 5
3 of your 5 what?
celebrities I'm allowed to sleep with.
Oh my God, you are giving us a lot of thought.
Hey, it's hard.
I'll repeat one more time.
Okay, I've got 3 of my 5
3 of your 5 what?
celebrities I'm allowed to sleep with.
Oh my God, you are giving us a lot of thought.
Hey, it's hard.
Awesome. So here, I will copy the conversation for you guys in the chat. And in this conversation in Friends, Ross is saying, "Oh, I've got 3 of my 5," and then Rachel is like, 3 of your 5? 5 what, Ross? Are you crazy? And then he explains, remember, Rachel? Remember that we were talking about the 5 celebrities that we could sleep with? Because Ross and Rachel, they were in a relationship. They were boyfriend and girlfriend. But in this episode, they talk about an exception list. If you meet this famous person, and they want, of course, you can sleep with them. Crazy. So he starts making the list and preparing and analyzing and considering the names of celebrities. So Rachel looks at him and says, dude, you were giving this a lot of thought. And then he says, hey, it's hard. I know it's hypothetical. I know this is not going to happen, but I need to think, about the 5 celebrities I would sleep with, this is important to me. So he's giving a lot of thought to this whole situation. He's thinking a lot before making a decision, okay? Moving on. To make up one's mind. Now, you can tell them to make up your mind when you want to tell someone to decide. Very interesting. I have decided. I have made up my mind. So I have made a decision. I have made up my mind. So I have come to a decision. I have made up my mind. Okay? So that's a very cool expression you can use when you want to say that you have finally been able to make a decision. Okay? So maybe I am talking to a friend and we are thinking about, here I put the example of a husband and wife. So I'm talking to my husband and then I can tell him, hey, he can ask me, hey, so where are we going this weekend? You know, what are we doing this weekend? And then I can look at him and say, well, I haven't made up my mind yet. I wasn't able to decide because I really want to go to that sushi place, but my parents want us to have lunch at their place. Ugh, I can't make up my mind. I cannot decide. Should we go to the sushi place or should we go to my parents? I don't know. Help me, please. So I can't make up my mind. Okay? So that is a very common expression. Do I have one? Yes. So let's take a look at this one because this one is very pretty. Let's go.
I'm Chris Gardner. I met my father for the first time when I was 28 years old. And I made up my mind as a young kid that when I had children, my children were going to know who their father was.
All right, let's take a look at it one more time.
I'm Chris Gardner. I met my father for the first time when I was 28 years old. And I made up my mind as a young kid that when I had children, my children were going to know who their father was.
Awesome. So here, let me paste the line for you guys. I am Chris Gardner. I am Chris Gardner. That's what he says. I met my father for the first time when I was 28 years old, and I made up my mind as a young kid that when I had children, my children were going to know who their father was. Okay? So here he says, he met his father when he was 28. So in all his life, he didn't know his father, the adult, Will Smith, Chris Gardner. And then when he finally met his father, he was 28 years old. And at that moment, he made up his mind. At that moment, he made a decision. When I have my kids, one day, they are going to know who I am. They are going to know their father, okay? So at that moment, he made a decision. And he could have said, oh, when I met my father, I made a decision. My kids are going to know who I am. No, he used a more common expression. I made up my mind. They're going to know who I am. And guys, when I was speaking and thinking of what movie, what TV show, there were so many options. You have no idea how often these expressions are used in TV shows, in podcasts, in movies, TV news, because they're very popular. These are the things native speakers use in conversation. Okay, so that is very, very important. Now, the last one. For the last one, I had video options, but I couldn't find a video to post here, so I don't have it here. But there were some movies. I just couldn't find them to post a short scene here. It's actually very time consuming to find them. To keep one's options open. Here again, my options, your options, their options, my father's options. Possessive, okay? Possessive adjective or a name plus possessive, okay? Now, you are going to use this when you don't want to commit to one thing. Okay, or one decision. You want to have options, okay? You want to keep your options open, closed, open, because you don't want to decide right now. You don't want to make a final decision right now. You don't want to commit to one thing right now. So what do? Well, you tell people, well, I can't decide yet. I want to keep my options open. I don't want to say anything right now. I want to keep my options open. I will let you know, as soon as I know it, you know it. So here, maybe I'm in a conversation about a job. I'm talking to my friends, and I can say, I did the job interview. It was great, but I have not taken the job yet because I want to keep my options open. This is the first job interview I have done, and I know I can get a better job. I can get a better job offer. So it's hard when you make a quick decision, because in this case, maybe I have just started looking for a job and I do one interview and I already accept it. No. Let me keep my options open and do more interviews, talk to more people, and then in a few weeks I can feel better about choosing a job. Okay, so if you have this option, that is awesome. Not everybody does, correct? Am I right? Other than that, my friends, that was the lesson today. You guys participated in the chat. That was awesome, Share this lesson with your friends. If you want to receive some interesting notifications or messages from me, check my bio. No, check the descriptions of this video. There's a link there. You can check my blog. You can join my email list, and you will hear from me more often. Other than that, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.